What is the scariest noise to hear in your room at night? Not my room, but my daughter S. After a couple of nights of her not wanting to be in her room at night, I am in there tucking her in, doing the monster check thing, and hear some god-awful muffled screech coming from her closet. It literally raised every hair on my arms and the back of my neck, setting me into punch anything that moves mode with a nice chill down my spine to finish with. She exclaims that was the monster and the reason she didn't want to sleep in there. I had never heard anything like that before in my life. I throw open the closet door and a nice pile of toys kind of tumble out the door from where they had been put away. At the bottom of the pile, I found the culprit to be a Furby with dying batteries. One of the scariest things I've encountered as an adult. This same thing happened to me as a child. It was like March, and I got the Furby for Christmas, and played with it a ton. It was on my dresser, and every few nights it would wake me up with a feed me or something and then stop. I quickly became pretty terrified of the thing, and stopped playing with it. One night it started talking in the middle of the night and would not stop. Feed me. I love you. You're my best friend. I scream and call for my mom, who walks in and goes over to turn off the Furby. She clicks the off button and nada, would not turn off or shut up. She clicked it back and forth many times and it didn't do anything. She's a little spooked now. Don't know how Furbies are built these days, but back then they had the battery compartment screwed in with a tiny star-shaped screw. My father is working a night shift tonight, so my mom is running around looking for the right screwdriver. Meanwhile, I am crying. Furby is still screaming. She couldn't find one and put it down in the basement for the batteries to die on their own. But the house insulation wasn't that great, so while I am trying to go back to sleep, I just hear a very faint, muffled feed me from the floor below. You should have went to Petco and given it a sacrifice. That's why they called their mom in. Honestly, just fast footsteps, not just regular footsteps. They gotta sound fast and can come from any direction. It'd give me a damn heart attack. Yeah, duck that. I'd be fainting goat status. Deep, heavy, rasping breathing coming from the baby monitor scared the shit out of me. I sprinted to his room. It was my boxer dog. Baby was fine. My old baby video baby monitor used to sometimes lag out and show pictures of my partner in the room when they were in bed next to me. Suffice to say, that's pretty ducking scary. The noise of the TV that it's still on but it's off. When I was left alone at the house one day, age 11 or so, I was watching TV in my parents' room, but heard the Sega from my room. Went to go check, and it was off. Went back to TV, and heard it again. Brought the dog inside, until family came back home. Are you sure the owner's not home? That's when I point a 9mm at the door, and wait for it to open. America man. Hell yeah brother. Your room door handle being slightly disturbed from the outside, and you live alone. Every time my fiance goes to her family to a different town and I'm alone, I get paranoid that this shit will happen. Not the scariest, but the thing that lines get me out of bed faster than any other noise is the sound of my dog starting to barf. Trying to rush a dog outside that's about to puke feels like an Olympic sport. That's when a small doggo is more convenient. Much easier to angle than to delay the spew. I grew up in a rural area in Japan. Rice fields, woods, lakes, not a whole lot of development. A few small mom and pop shops here and there, one bank, and a school. Being around some heavy woods and mountains, and in a warmer climate eastern Hiroshima, naturally there were tons of bugs. Lots, many, much bugs. Such wow. I loved bugs though. Mantises, ants, beetles, moths. The insect life was so diverse here, and I would spend hours on hours just watching different bugs do things. There were, however, two exceptions to this: Asian hornet and Asian centipedes. Those two were the bane of my existence. We had smaller poisonous snakes, dangerous spiders, wild dogs, assassin bugs, semi-flying cockroaches, but no, those two types of bastards took the cake. Hornets would get inside the house once in a while, and it was a war of attrition and a battle of wits trying to figure out how to safely get it either A, out again, or B, dead. I never got stung. So maybe I had the hornet extraction method down pat, spray lighter, BB guns, wrapped up newspaper, etc. And as implied, it didn't happen very often. But centipedes, those absolute evil duckers of everything living, they never went quietly. No, they always chose the hard way. And no, we're not talking about the little house centipedes found worldwide in baths and on walls being completely harmless and kinda silly. No. We're talking large Asian centipedes known as mucate, whose bites aren't normally fatal, but come with severe pain and a very unhealthy amount of swelling. And they just look like evil incarnate BTW. Thanks for the nightmares, Sicaro. Well, one of my all-time favorite childhood routines before sleeping was checking for any potential centipedes on the ceiling, walls, under the bed, under the sheets, under my pillow, or anywhere a centipede could fit and hide a lot of places. Fun times. Indeed. Advanced scouting like this generally had a high success rate, over 97 I'd say. But, unfortunately, once in a blue moon, you'd let one slip by the front lines. You'd be laying there, almost asleep, still semi-consciously scanning around you, when suddenly, the ceiling looks weird there. Why is that patch of ceiling a different color? Why does it look coiled? Oh, no. Q almost asleep to 150 fully awake and ready for combat in 3 seconds. Grabs BB gun, lock and load. Prepares flashlight, because you never fully turn on the lights unless you want to startle the damn abomination and make it fall somewhere you cannot find it. Carefully aim, taking consideration of all possible angles of ricochet, so you don't hit yourself with a centipede, guts covered BB pellet. Eliminate monstrosity from existence, unless you miss and startle it, and spend the next 2 hours trying to find it again. Alas, they are masterminds of stealth and subterfuge. Sometimes advanced scouting would fail you, and you'd fall asleep under the false pretense that it'd be a peaceful night. You're off in La La Land, dreaming about whatever it is 10, 13-year-old boys dreamed about back then. And then you'd hear it. Plop. In that moment you knew you had let one of those godforsaken centrosities infiltrate your sacred shrine of slumber. You'd let one through the front lines, directly into your fortress of sheets and pillows. Plop. If you were lucky, it landed on your sheets, towards your feet. You could usually make out where, since a very unsettling scuttle would always follow the plop. Not to mention, you could feel the weight. Rural Japanese centipedes are huge. Another heated battle of wits, sweat, tears and loathing. An hour, maybe more. But that was all the sleep you were getting that night. I really don't like centipedes. You may have lived a hard life and I appreciate you, but duck you to the fullest. I hate you for sharing this. Cat knocking something over that sounds like it's made of glass. Sometimes my closet door opens on its own. Scares the shit out of me. Also, whenever my doorknob gets rattled. My closet door used to be a sliding door, but over the years, came out of the track. And now it just rests in the doorway. Our house is old and drafty, and sometimes when it's windy outside, the door falls over. It's wooden and heavy. Very loud. Very scary. Especially in the middle of the night. Any of those Minecraft cave sounds. Assuming I didn't leave my computer on. Imagine that cut cave sound playing when you know your computer is off. There was a really creepy cave sound that got cut. Could you describe it? My internet isn't doing too hot right now, and I can't load videos. Gosh, it has been years since I last heard it, but I remember that it was really chilling. Eyelines, listen to it again. When you sneeze and you hear bless you from the closet. Yeah, but what if it's just a friendly ghost staying the night in your closet? Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe for more videos.